listen. Oh, listen. So they're realising at last, and the popularity.
It's like bacon on the corner of that,
So is obviously the weather's not so good today. Is it affected the numbers of people who are normally here?
No, I think it looks kind of busier. Yeah, about the same as normal, I would say. Yeah.
Oh, well, that's not so bad then.
Yeah,
Oh, good.
good turnout today, I would say.
Well, this all looks very nice. It's coffee and stuff. I must admit, I'm an avid tea drinker. So.
All right. Well, this is actually chocolate, but yeah.
Oh, is it chocolate? Is
yes.
it? Is it from that factory up the road? There's a cocoa.
No, we were based in Dumfries. This is handmade by myself. It's all my own sort of flavours and recipes.
Wow.
So yeah, we're nothing to do with them.
Oh, that's very nice. Thank you. So has the weather affected it very much today?
So far, it's started off very well, so it hasn't affected us at all.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, hopefully people will come here as a good way to spend a rainy day.
Yes, absolutely, which is exactly the way I'm thinking.
My name's Chrissy.
Christy, so I've just been commenting that most of the stall holders are English. Is it worth coming up from England just for this then? Is it?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah. And so what have you got here then? If you don't...
So I've got basically, so these are solid moisturisers, and I've got homemade soap.
Right.
And all bits and bobs to go with it.
Right, it's a very nice stand. It looks great.
Thank you.
Yes, I'm quite surprised actually. I'm rained off today. There's my silver van over there. I can see it from here. I'm walking right around the UK.
Oh, lovely.
And I'm just passing through, and the weather, I'm really disappointed because I had a really good walk yesterday.
Yeah.
I can't remember the name of the place. It's something on... Oh, sorry, I just can't remember.
No,
I've got
that's
a dreadful memory. But no, it's very nice to meet you.
You too, you
Thank
too.
you very much indeed.
No
I'll give you a
worries.
card and you'll see yourself.
Yeah, no worries, no worries.
Thank you. I went to a pub the other night for a crab salad, and
Hi.
travel far to be here. If you don't mind me asking, are you local people?
Yes, I live in Auckland-Cairn.
Yeah.
Craig stays just outside 24.
Oh, right.
Our fish comes from a factory just around the corner there.
Oh, right. Because I've spoken to one or two of the stall holders, and they nearly all got English accents.
Oh, we're Scottish. We're Scottish.
Yeah. Yeah.
Through and through. No, I used to work at West Coast Sea Products for 27
Oh, right. I've
years.
seen that. Yeah.
Doing the scallops.
Yes.
I'm only helping Craig out today.
Yes.
But I left 2 years ago. I'd had enough after 27 years. So
Oh, well, yeah.
it was the risks were starting to go.
Yes, I'll bet. Yeah.
I know.
Oh, well, very good. Thank you very much. Are you a local person?
Yes, 10 miles up the road.
It seems that a lot of the stand holders have all got English accents. I was quite amused by that.
Yeah, it's strange. I mean, there's a mixture of people around here.
Oh, yes. Yeah, but it's a very attractive part of the world, isn't it?
It is, and the forgotten area as well.
Yes.
Most people from England keep heading up further north each time.
Yeah.
Sort of bypass this area.
I've been absolutely knocked out with Dumfries and Galway walking through. I set off 12 days ago from Carlisle, and it's been an absolutely lovely walk.
It is. It's a lovely part of the world.
I was bothered about the viewers mainly seeing sheep and cows and green fields, thinking, well, that's not very interesting. But they've all said, you know, you could make a 2-hour video. I make a 30-minute video. They all say you could make a 2-hour video out of this. It's so fabulous. You know? And the houses and gardens and the fields, not a drop of litter anywhere.
No, council are normally pretty good.
Yes. Oh, well, the best of luck to you, and thank you. You're okay, look, you go in there, that's what you're here for.
I'm actually from Dumfries originally, but
yes.
I stay in Creetown, but I work in Castle Douglas. Castle
Yeah.
Douglas is where the brewery is. It's been there for over 25 years.
Yes.
And we do like 7 beers all year, and we do 2 seasonal.
Excellent.
We're just
So
small family business. It's like I've worked for the family. So,
all right.
so I've been with them for nearly 5 years. So all good.
Very good. So is this on every week, every Sunday? Sort of
No,
thing?
it's once a month. It's like the
Oh, just once a month.
4th Sunday of the month. Yep.
I was going to say, I was looking at that sign there saying summer activities. I mean, it's hardly
there's
summer, is it?
No,
It's-
something happens in Kirkcudbright more or less every weekend.
Yes.
So that's the company that,
Yeah.
or the group, the committee that run.
I'm very impressed with this. I mean, I set off from Carlisle 12 days ago and walked right across, more or less right across the county now. But it's incredible, Dumfries and Galloway.
It's lovely.
Yes,
God's country.
yes, it is indeed. Yeah, I mean, I noticed a sign the other day saying make this the third sort of national park,
Right, okay.
which would be quite interesting. And,
No, it's a busy place. It's like people float to Dumfries and Galloway.
yeah. Right. Thank you very much
Brilliant,
indeed.
thank you very much.
Thank you. Well, yes, you need them, don't you, really? Are you a local person?
Yes, I live in Dumfries.
Yes.
I just set my business up before COVID struck the first time.
Yes.
So it's been a bit of an uphill struggle, but
Yes.
getting there. So I forage and I trade people for the fruit, so it keeps it as local as I can.
Yeah, that's very
So,
good.
yeah, it's great,
Because
I love it.
a lot of the stall holders have all got English accents. I was quite surprised. They're all. I thought, oh, blimey, it must be a good market if they.
A lot of people move
but they all
here.
live. Yes,
Yeah,
that's
they
right.
live here. They just.
But Dumfries and Galloway has been incredible. I've really enjoyed the walk across it.
It's a beautiful place.
It is.
It really is.
Yeah.
I'm lucky to be here. To
Yeah.
be perfectly honest.
Wow, look at those wonderful things. I don't eat sweet stuff at all, to be honest with you. I haven't got a sweet tooth.
This might not be the talk for you.
So are you a local person then? Do you?
Well, I live locally. I live in Twynham, so only
Oh yes, I walked through there.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, yeah.
And I've lived here for 5 years, but I was actually born and bred London and Essex, so
Right.
moved here 5 years ago.
Right, good. Are you enjoying it up here?
Yes, I moved here to actually start the cake business.
Really?
So yeah.
Oh well, that's very good.
So it's been wonderful. I mean, the weather's not great today, but generally this is great for
Yeah.
us.
Oh, the weather's been awful.
Oh, it's horrendous.
Can't believe it's more like January than May, isn't it? You know, it's slowed me down a bit, but not that much. But you know, I don't like to walk in the rain because you can't video in the rain.
No,
Well, you can do, but you're running a risk of ruining your camera. That's the problem.
You don't want that.
So, no, but it's all going well, and
Yes.
thank you very much indeed.
No, thank you. Thanks for stopping by.
You need your thermals on a day like this, don't you? Are you cold?
Very cold.
Yes. Yeah, it's not nice, is it?
No, it's not at all.
I mean, the weather's been absolutely appalling, hasn't it?
Awful, isn't it? You never think it was the end of May.
I know.
Never.
So, are you a local person?
Yes, just from outside Lockerbie.
Oh right, okay, yeah. Well, that's. When I stayed in Dumfries, would you believe I stayed at the Tesco supermarket there?
All right.
I always go and ask with permission. Do you mind if I park on your car park? And they always say yes. When I was in Fraserburgh, they actually came out to me in the van and said, "Do you want to come in and have a free breakfast?" Which I thought was really nice. Very nice people at Tesco, you know.
Yeah.
And but no, this has been a great walk. But this weather is causing me problems because in my van I've got on the top of the van I've got a solar panel, but the sun hasn't been shining, so my batteries are flat.
No, it's awful.
You know, and you wouldn't believe that in May, would you? You know.
No, not at all. Not at all. It's more like April.
It is.
Yeah.
Well, it's more like January.
Yeah.
Very nice to meet you.
Yes, you too.
And the best of luck with this.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
It might contain the wasp, or essence of wasp.
It's different blends of apples.
Different blends of apples.
Galloway, it's been absolutely gorgeous.
It is. It's a lovely area, I must say. It's very good.
So it's 8 o'clock on Monday the 24th, I think, and this is going to be an 11.7 miles walk to Creetown, and I'm quite sure you're going to enjoy today because you're going to see an awful lot of the coast and the sea and the water and all that kind of stuff. Creetown, incidentally, I had my friend Clinton from Kent telling me that it's primarily where the Wicker Man was filmed. We had a really long session on emails yesterday, and also he phoned me later in the afternoon, and I say again and again what a wonderful man. Loads of information for me to look forward to, and he said it's going to be a great walk today, Jim, and I'm dead looking forward to it. So if Ralph was here, and there's a possibility he might be turning up one of these days, he would say, here we go. But I'm going to say, see you, Jimmy. Just after 9 o'clock now, and I'm doing pretty well actually. Doesn't take me too long. I'm in a lay-by off this main A75. There's not the amount of traffic I envisaged actually, but I was talking to one or two people in when I was in Kirkcudbright, and they were saying that they put a 40-mile-an-hour limit on the Irish truckers, which tells you a story, doesn't it? But also, yesterday was incredible, the weather, the rain and everything, and I was just sort of in my van. It was cold and it was damp, and I went to bed in the afternoon. I had maybe 2-3 hours sleep, and then from there my phone was ringing all along, and I had a wonderful phone call from a really good friend of mine. You remember Dragon's Den? There was a guy called Peter Jones. Well, this guy's called Peter Jones as well. We've often joked about this, and I haven't heard from him for a long time, and it was absolutely wonderful to hear from him. His wife Margaret hasn't been too well recently, and neither has he, and they've got through lockdown okay, but they maybe were of the mind that they probably had the virus in the end, or they had all the symptoms. But he's back at work now, and I'm looking forward to seeing him. And the messages I got yesterday, I was on Facebook maybe for a couple of hours, which was really good. It passed a couple of hours. Some wonderful people have come on board, and it's an absolute pleasure to talk to, well, say chat with all you people, like Amanda and one or two others. You know, we were sort of chatting for a long time. So I'm feeling really good today. I'm really pleased to be out in this fresh air and doing this walk, and I can actually see now that, you know, I'm actually getting somewhere. You know, I'm not all that far from Stranraer, even though as the crow flies it's only about 40 miles. It's going to take me about maybe 60 or 70 to get there, so that could be another 7 to 10 days walking before I reach Stranraer. But I'm doing all right. I'm not complaining. I'm in a good mood. I'm walking well. I haven't got much pain. Slight pain in my left knee, only just, but I'm walking quite fast, and this is what I want to get back into the habit of. So I'll see you later. Chatted to you a few minutes ago, but here's a curious situation. I couldn't resist calling in for a cup of tea and ordered a cup of tea, and then realised that I haven't got a penny in change on me, you know, because I'm so used to using my card now. And when I was at that sort of fair thing that I was at yesterday, I bought some Scotch eggs, and she didn't take cards, and so I gave her every penny I'd got. And I'm in the same position today, where I've called in at this lovely cafe, and I'll show you around it in a second. The lady, a bit shy to talk, very lovely lady, and I said, look, you know, for what it costs, I mean, with all respect, I said it's only cost you coppers, you know, and hot water for a tea bag, you know. So, you know, would you help me out? You know, put it on a little bit thick, really, but. It worked. So she's made me a nice cup of tea. Look at this. And this is the view you get out from the window. Look at this. It's, you know, it's a beautiful, beautiful place, and sorts of things. She probably gets truckers and stuff stopping here, but it's lovely. Very nice. 10:30 now, and I've just looked at my Fitbit, and I'm at the halfway stage. I'm quite pleased about that. Set off at 8 o'clock, 10:30 now. I expected it to be about a 5-hour walk, so I'm bang on schedule, assuming that I carry on at this stage. And I did stop for a cup of tea for quite a while as well. And it's a beautiful morning. There's a bit of a stronger wind built up now, and it's in my face, but it's a nice walk, nice weather, and I'll be glad to get up there and get settled down and put this film on as early as I possibly can. So I'll see you later. So I was just walking past here on this road, and I'm not far now from Creetown, and I bumped into this is Frank and this is June, and they have the most fantastic house I've ever seen. It's absolutely wonderful. I'll be honest with you, when I was walking along, I was desperate for a sit down and a drink of water, and you've got like a seat at the bottom of your steps at the other side of the house.
Yeah.
So I just sat there for 5 minutes, and as I was walking past, there was June doing some work, and we've got to show my audience your absolutely wonderful garden, June. I know you was a little bit shy about this, but you tell me that story you told me about the house. If you can do the talking,
yes.
Was that originally an old house at one point?
The old part of the house that used to be an old coaching house in 1700.
Wow!
And then they built the beginning, you know, the front of the house overlooking the sea.
Yes.
It's about 1850.
Wow, that's incredible.
So the old house is, to be honest, that's the best part.
Is it really?
That's the only part where the movement doesn't leak.
Look at all this beautiful. Your garden is absolutely incredible. It's so clean and tidy. And what about this? Is this your sort of lodge, or?
It's just a summer house where I do some painting and a few hobbies.
Right.
And I like to sit and look at the sea.
That's amazing. You've got a wonderful. How long have you been up here?
We've been here 20 years. We retired up here, so we're quite old now.
Yes. And you're from Harrogate, the parent.
Harrogate in Yorkshire.
Oh,
There's nothing
Harrogate.
wrong with Harrogate. That is a beautiful place.
It is indeed. I love it. I love that part of the
We
world.
wanted to retire and have a bit more space.
Yes.
So we've got lots of spaces because we've got a nice bluebell woodland, and that's nice.
Oh, isn't that amazing? And so all of this woodland behind us is yours as well. That's incredible.
Yes.
Now you say you've got some
5
fish,
acres
Frank. Yeah, I noticed you was carrying some.
Yeah, we've
pellets.
got a pond over there with fishing and.
What, have you got some koi and that kind of thing?
They're not quite. No, it's not big enough for koi.
We've only got
goldfish.
All right, goldfish. Well, that's very nice.
We've got enough on gardening. You see, that's our hobby.
Well, yeah.
Could have dropped there.
So we're just having a shower, so we've come in the shed. I've never seen a smarter shed. You want to see my shed? But this is lovely, isn't it? This is great. I eventually arrived here at Creetown. I was exhausted, if I'm to be honest with you. It wasn't a matter of running out of energy, it's just that I was facing an ever increasing strong wind. And by the time I got here, well, you'll actually notice from one or two of the shots, I was having difficulty anything on my right hand side because the wind was blowing so strongly. They were also building a new path, pedestrian path, which was quite timely. Yeah, a new path which was quite timely. When I was thinking about that, you know, it's a very, very busy road, this A76, and you get sort of almost like a convoy of trucks that have obviously got off the ferry at Stranraer, arrived from Ireland. They're restricted to 40 miles an hour, and as a consequence of that you get quite a lot of one run of maybe 15-20 lorries and cars and everything all coming at you, and it was a bit uncanny at times, but there was traffic lights and all that kind of stuff. They really hold me up, those traffic lights. Why I've got to wait there until the light turns red, I'll never know. Just a bit of fun. But my plan now is, having been here for 20 minutes, my bus is here in about 15 minutes to take me back to Gatehouse. I need some diesel. So what I'm going to do is, instead of coming back here, which was my initial plan, I'm going to go back to Kirkcaldy and get some petrol there and stay there the night. There's an awful lot more going on there. There's a co-op, there's a pub, there's a toilet and everything, and I'm going to need all of that in the morning. So that's what my plan is. It's only an 8-mile drive, whereas it's a 15-mile drive here, and I'll drive up tomorrow morning and continue from here, and that's in my mind, and I might revise that, but that's my plan at the moment. But it's been a good day. I've done the walk quite comfortably. As I say, I just started to get a little bit tired towards the end, but I've had a really good day, and I've put myself to the test today, and it's worked perfectly. So I'm happy with myself. Great. See you. Bye now.